Today we will apply prior knowledge of long division to divide polynomials accurately. Before we can look at dividing polynomials with long division, let's just look at long division in general to remind us how to do it. So if we have a number here, the way we long divide is we look at this number and we see how many times we can put them in here. So 14 goes into 29. Well, I know 14 times 2 is 28, and that's less than 29. I would not be able to add another 14 to that, so 2 times. 14 can go into 29 2 times. We're going to subtract the 2 times the 14, so 28. 29 divided by 28 is 1, and then we're going to bring down this 9 that we haven't dealt with yet. Now we need to look at how many times does 14 go into 19? 1 time. We subtract 1 times the 14. 19 minus 14 is 5. This 5 here is a remainder. And the way we put the remainder is we take the remainder and we put it over the divisor. So the answer here is 21 5/14, which you would normally write that as a decimal, right? When you divide this in a calculator, you're actually going to get, let me bring my calculator up. So when you take 299 divided by 14, you get this 21.357, etc. So what if we do the 5 divided by 14? We get that 3.57. We get that decimal point part of it. So let's look and see how that works when we're talking about a polynomial. Alright, so let's get a polynomial here. We have x plus 1, and we're dividing 3x squared plus 4x plus 5. Alright, so what I need to do is take this x here and see what I need to multiply it by to get 3x squared. Well, x times 3x gives me 3x squared. So I'm going to put this 3x here and I'm going to line it up with my other x's. So 3x. So 3x divided by times x is 3x squared, but I can't forget about this one, so the 3x times 1 is just 3x. I'm subtracting this, remember from before, I'm subtracting this out. So 3x squared minus 3x squared is just 0, so they cancel out. And then 4x minus 3x is just x. Because remember, we have to distribute that negative. Bring down my 5, and I have x plus 5. What do I need to multiply x by to get x? Well, that's just 1. So 1 times x plus 1 is just x plus 1. And remember, I'm subtracting it. So x minus x is 0. 5 minus 1 is 4. Because remember, we distributed that negative. 5 minus 1 is 4. So 4 is our remainder. So how do we show that? We say 4 over x plus 1. So that's my final answer. 3x plus 1 plus 4 over x plus 1. And that right there is our final answer for this. Alright, let's look at another one here. X squared plus 4x minus 24 divided by x minus 3. So x needs to be multiplied by x to get x squared. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. So again, I'm subtracting this, so I have to distribute that negative. So x minus x squared cancels each other out. 4x minus a negative 3x. We're actually, a minus negative is adding. So we're actually going to say 4 plus 3x is 7x minus 24. All right, what do I have to multiply the x by to get 7x? Well, that's 7. So 7 times x is 7x. And 7 times negative 3 is negative 21. All right, so I'm subtracting again. So 7 minus 7x, they cancel. Negative 24 minus a negative 21, well, that's adding, so that just gives us a negative 3 here, right? Negative 24 plus 21 is negative 3. So our remainder is negative 3, so we're minusing 3 over x minus 3. So my final answer is x plus 7 minus 3 over x minus 3. And that is our final answer there. Let's look at one more example. So this time it tells us divide 6x squared plus 4x minus 13 divided by 2x minus 2. So the way we're going to take this is we're going to take this first number, it's a really long one, and divide it by 2x minus 2. Alright, so what do we need to multiply 2x by to get 6x squared? Well, 2x times 3x equals 6x squared. So I need to multiply it by 3x. So we already know 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x minus 2 is a negative 6x. Remember, we're subtracting the whole thing. So 6x squared minus 6x squared, they cancel out, it's just 0. 4x minus negative 6x, so it's going to be 4x plus 6x, is 10x. What do I have to multiply 2x by to get 10x? Well, that's 5. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Remember, we're subtracting everything. 10 minus 10x, well, they cancel out to get 0. Negative 13 minus negative 10, so that's actually plus 10, is going to be negative 3. So minus 3 over 2x minus 2. So our final answer, if we want to write it over here to make it look a bit cleaner, is this guy right here. If you would like more practice on dividing polynomials with long division, that's IXL, Algebra 2, Section L4.